So imagine that your birds are aging, your egg production is dropping, and your customers can't get enough eggs from you. You know what that makes you look like? Makes you look like an unserious farmer. Yeah, it does. You lose trust, you lose sales. And if one isn't careful, you might even lose your business completely. And this is what I want to talk about this topic today. When should you stock for new birds? When should you restock? When should you do your re-entry in layer poultry farming? So today I'll be teaching the perfect time to restock your layer birds, to restock your farm, so you don't run out of produce and you continue to be sustainable. Yeah, stick around. You want to watch this to the end. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Poultry with Modupe. My name is Modupe. I am a layer poultry farmer, a layer poultry consultant, a layer poultry trainer. I am doing business in Nigeria. So if you're seeing my face for the first time, welcome here. Trust me. You want to hit the subscribe button, you want to click on the join icon, you want to be here, you want to turn on the notification bell, because on this channel all I talk about is layer poultry farming. I am sharing tips on how you can start your layer poultry farm, how you can sustain your layer poultry farm, and of course, make good profits in your business. So, like I said, today we're looking at when to restock your birds, when to restock birds on your farm. So, I'm just going to run through some of these things and yes, share tips on what I do on my own farm. So I know that I've made a video about the egg production curve. You'll find that video useful. You should see it if you've not seen that video. So in the egg production curve, I talked about the onset of laying, when the production gets to the peak production, once production starts to decline. So you ask yourself as a farmer, when should I restock my birds? I also have another video about how you can stock different ages of layer birds in the same pen. That video might also be useful for you. If you're watching this video now, you can see those two videos. They're going to like align your thoughts. Yes, that's, I think that would be the word, align your thoughts. So on my farm, we have different ages of birds. So that means we would always have eggs. We would always have eggs. So it has its advantages. Well, it does have a lot of advantages anyway. But let's say, for instance, you have only one flock on your farm. Let's say you got them 2 years ago, or and you want to sell them off and get another bird, or you got them about a year ago. You're looking to sell them off soon and get another set of birds. So when should you buy, or when should you start looking for another set of birds? So I want to let you know that we have to take understanding our production cycle very seriously, because when you understand it a lot, you would know when you should book for your next set of birds, either day old or point of lay. So what I mean here is this. So once production starts at about 18 to 20 weeks, it peaks around 26 to 32 weeks, then it is sustained that way to about 60, 65 weeks. So when should you start looking to get new birds? Sometimes some people will say that their birds become spent layers at 70 weeks, 80 weeks. I don't know how they are doing their own. No. My own birds are not spent until about 100 weeks. So, but then this is just my own business. This is how I do things on my own farm. So once you want to restock, especially if you have just one flock on your farm, you just one flock on your farm, it is best that once your birds are about 70 weeks or 65 weeks, you can start looking to get new birds. But then you may just have it at the back of your mind that, oh, these my birds are getting old. I need to restock them very soon. Point of lay is 16 weeks. That's 4 months. So you have to tell yourself that, okay, if these birds are 70 weeks, if I'm placing order for new birds now, they will only be point of lay at when these current one are like 86 weeks, right? Then before they now start producing, it means this one to be like 90 weeks, the current one. I hope you're understanding the flow, because you start thinking about it when they were 70 weeks. But if you try to start thinking about it a lot earlier and making your booking earlier, you can sell your spent birds at about maybe 80 something weeks. Yeah. so that the new ones they will get to the farm. But because you don't have so much space. But let's say for an instance now, you have different flock on your farm, like I do on my own farm. Expecting some birds in November. Do you know when I started looking for birds? So I started looking for point of lay in June. By July, I was ready that okay, because I was looking at the current age of my birds. I know that by November they'll be about 120 weeks, 100 and I mean the ones I want to replace. I have younger birds, I have older birds, yes. So the ones I want to replace, I knew they were going to be like 120 weeks and also 110 weeks. So I booked for the point of lay in July. I started making payments in July because yeah, I could pay in dates. I started making payments in July. So look at July, August, September, October, November. That's me planning like 20 weeks before the birds will get to my farm. So you have to take planning very, very seriously, very, very seriously. So understand your production. Understand that, okay, this is when I feel that I can take in new birds and start saving money towards it. Yes, it's also great if you can reach out to farms that you can pay in deeds. Yes, you can use that option too. So I started making payments in July. I paid in July, I paid in August, I'll pay something else in October. So that by the time it's November, I would have been done with all my payments and I'll get my birds. Don't wait for you to need birds. Like me now, I am expecting birds in November. So don't wait till November, beginning of November or October to start looking for those birds. Because by then the production of your birds would have seriously declined. Seriously declined. Imagine I started looking for those birds in June, July, making payments in July. Then instead of waiting till November. So don't wait for your production to so decline before looking for the birds because it's not like you need it now and you get the birds now. So there's something called re-entry in poultry farming, layer poultry farming. Re-entry just simply means that you're getting new birds, taking arrival of new birds while the old ones they are being called before they are being called out of the farm. So you have to take re-entry very seriously. Re-entry is where you know a farm is sustainable. You have to take this re-entry very seriously if you want continuity in your farm business, if you want continuity, not like you stock birds now. And this thing is usually very difficult for new farmers. You see that a farm now, they'll stock birds and the owner of the farm may just keep eating all their profits and not saving any for the business. And by the time those birds are old, because of course things would have changed. When we started buying point of view on my farm, point of view was about 2,450. Now point of view is about 7,500. Of course, this is like lots of years in between. So from the last time we got birds, I think we got birds for maybe 5,000 something, maybe 5,000 naira. That was in March. Now, point of view is like over 7,000 naira. So you see why you have to take keeping your profits, setting profit aside for sustainability of your business. Because if you don't set it aside, you'll not be able to get new purchase. You'll not be able to get new birds. So yes, re-entry is very serious, and if you don't take it seriously, you'll not be able to continue the business. You just see that somebody is doing the business for 2 years and they're not able to continue. So if somebody is able to do layer poultry farming, first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, give the person a lot of kudos because they know what they are doing. They are sustaining their business. They are ensuring that there's continuity in the business. And that's what I am here to teach you. Your business has to continue. You can also have overlapping on your farm. This is the system where I talk about, I think in one of my videos, where you can stock different birds of different ages. So it's called overlapping also, where you have different ages of birds. So with overlapping, it ensures that you continually have eggs to sell. So let's say that someone, a farmer now has just one flock and the flock they get old. They have to sell them so that they can stock new birds in that pen. So it means that for some weeks the farmer will not have any money, any profit, any revenue. But with overlapping, it ensures that there's no income gap. As these ones are laying, new ones come, they still have their own space on the farm. These ones are still laying. They're able to use the money, the funds, the revenue to take care of both of them. So you can have the option of overlapping on your farm if you don't want income gap. But then if you don't have enough space, then you would have to deal with the income gap. That means you just have to know that you must have set aside enough money to sustain you, to sustain the new birds when they arrive.
There are some mistakes farmers make when restocking, and you should not make such mistakes. So, some of these mistakes are waiting until the birds stop laying before buying new ones. Another mistake would be not calculating feed cost of overlapping flock. You're stocking different ages of birds, so you have to calculate your overlapping the feed your birds are going to eat. Then also poor biosecurity when introducing new birds. Another one would be no market plan for additional eggs. So you should not make these mistakes when you're restocking. So some smart restocking tips would be always plan restocking months ahead. In my case, I plan 5 months ahead. Plan restocking months ahead. Buy from trusted hatcheries, buy from trusted farms. Then you should separate old and new flock in different rows. You also have to ensure cash flow for overlapping feed costs. Another thing you have to ensure is to have ready buyers, because expansion without a sales plan is equal to disaster. So yeah, that's about it for today. And I just wanted to let you know that restocking before production drop so you can avoid egg shortage. Remember that continuity in poultry farming is what separates profitable farmers from those who quit after one cycle. If you found this video useful, if you found it helpful, insightful, don't forget to please subscribe, like, share with other farmers, and let's all learn together. Let's all keep our business sustainable and of course make very good profits. Till I come again with another video, this is still Poultry with Modupe. Have a wonderful time and bye bye.